Nathan, how would you assess that one? A disappointing afternoon all round.
Out-battled, out-fought and outscored, to be fair. We knew what you get. You know what you get when you come from here. I've played here, I've managed here, I've been assistant manager here. So nothing changes here because the crowd demanded a certain level of work rate and desire, and they showed that, and they had it. We looked surprised by it, even though it's all we've talked about them. We know they're not Fulham. With the greatest respect, they're not Fulham that are going to do what Fulham did. But what they do is they're very effective at what they do, and they had a desire and a work rate, and they outworked us. They got on second balls. They did all the basics much better than us, and we looked surprised that was going to happen. And then it wasn't until we had to change to try and cope with that, and then they got the goal. Second half, we huffed and puffed, controlled the game, but never really had enough real quality to carve them open. And then again, we just looked surprised when someone's running down the ring 50 yards from us, that's a danger. And he's run through 3 players and got a penalty. So not good enough, all over, not good enough. But we've come there and we've been out-battled, and that shouldn't happen. If you want to be a top team, you have to do the basics and the minimum, and we didn't do that today. And that's something I can't accept.
You seem to struggle to get a foothold in the game, particularly first half, and coming here, that's something that you need to do, really, isn't it?
We didn't do the basics right. Look, we know you're going to get those. We went as positive as we can be in terms of going up, trying to press them. They pressed harder than us. They ran further than us. They went with a real desire. They got on seconds. They read where he was going to go. They did all the basics. They weren't elaborate in everything they did, but they did the basics much better than us, and a credit to them, because, and the biggest thing for me is we looked surprised, but that's all we've spoken about all week. So I don't know what else they were thinking about. Then, look, we've changed. We've gone pretty much man for man with those. In the second half, we were far better, much better. But then the game was dead once we allowed them to run 60 yards. The right winger ran 60 yards, go past 3 of us. No one stops him, one way or another, and he was able to go into our box, get a penalty, and game over.
What's your message been to the players in there?
What kind of side they want to be. I've asked them what kind of side they want to be, because we got out-battled today, and you can't do that. If you want to be a good side, no matter how football you want to play, you want to do this, you want to do that, you have to out-battle, so you have to outwork sides. And we've come unstuck in 2 games that the sides have done the basics better than us. Now, it's been marginal, because, midweek, should have got something from the game, but we didn't. We've had 2 great results against 2 wonderful footballing sides, but then against the 2 that are slightly more direct, we've struggled and not got a foot, and that's something that we have enough in the squad to be able to cope with, and we haven't.
I suppose that's where the massive frustration comes, having seen what your team is capable of doing against Fulham and against Swansea, but then the last couple of games, it's just not been there.
Well, against Fulham and Swansea, they're different type of games, totally different kind of games. They're out-and-out footballing games. So we know we've got good footballers, because a lot of them played in the Premier League, a lot of them came down from the Premier League, and a lot of them were signed to get them back up to the Premier League. Then when we play against sides that are real front-footed side, that are fighting for their life in this division, and not fighting for their life down the bottom, I mean fighting for their life, because it means everything to them, we come out second best. So that's something that's disappointing.
You've got over a week now until the next game against West Bromwich Albion. How do you view that period, and what will you look to try and do with the players?
Well, we'll definitely show them the game, because there was an energy and a desire from their players that we lacked today away from home. Against their old manager, so obviously there was going to be everything against us in terms of, you come to Millwall, the crowd, the intensity and so on, the ex-manager, and they didn't respond. Players didn't respond today, and that's something we'll have to look at.